Some devastating news, people. Devastating news for me and a lot of you out there as well. Just an hour or so ago, I found out that director, actor Rob Reiner has died along with his wife Michelle. They were found dead uh, in Los Angeles. And as I make this video, there's an investigation ongoing right now. I didn't want to make the video until I was sure that they were identified, because this reminded me very much of December of 1980, when we had heard that someone had been shot who was identified as possibly former Beatle John Lennon. And then it took a while, and finally it was identified as Lennon, and then we waited for the details. Well, that's what's going on now. So apparently, it would seem, as of right now, the report is that Rob Reiner, age 78, and his wife were found dead. It looks like an apparent homicide. And right now on the internet, it's going wild and rampant with stories of it was a family member, possibly Rob Reiner's own son, that did this. But as I say, this is still an ongoing investigation. And as of me making this video right now, I am just devastated trying to piece it all together, because I always enjoyed Rob Reiner as a director, but most important, for the show All in the Family. If you're like me, if you're from my era, I grew up watching All in the Family, Carol O'Connor, Gene Stapleton, Sally Struthers, and Rob Reiner as Meathead. And I love that show. It's one of my all-time favorite shows. This tragedy occurred today on a Sunday, and every Sunday I watch MeTV, and they play All in the Family, and I happened to watch an episode tonight, which is a Christmas episode, and the episode deals with someone who's actually murdered. It's a serious episode, so it's just incredible. What can I say? I want to be clear that this has nothing whatsoever in my mind to do with anything political. I'm not interested in discussing anything to do with politics, one way or the other, concerning Rob Reiner. I'm talking about how he affected my life and brought me a lot of entertainment, specifically as the character of Michael Stivic, Meathead, on All in the Family. I know every episode of that show practically by heart, and it saddens me that things are so crazy today in this world. A lot of things going on at the same time. A lot of developing tragedy stories right now, along with Rob Reiner's death. But whenever I watch All in the Family from this day forward, in the back of my mind, I'm always going to know Rob Reiner eventually got murdered, apparently, at this particular time of the video. What's going on, folks? I know this is nothing new in history. This has gone on since the beginning of time, and in Hollywood too. A lot of stars meet a tragic end, but for some reason now, 21st century, this current time, it just seems to be going on way more routinely, way more like, just another typical tragic murder or something. I can't find the words, but I'm going to really be affected by this one. And I want to share with you a memory I have of meeting Rob Reiner. In 1993, I went to a off-Broadway show called the Blue Man Group in the Village, I believe it was. I think it was in the Village. It was in New York City. And I went to see the show. And then when I came out of the show, as I was filing out of the lobby, I just happened to be walking out the exit doors, and I just looked behind me, and I see this big, tall figure, and it's Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner actually had attended the same show that I had attended. And when I came out, I saw it was him, and I asked if I could have a picture with him, and he was very nice and said, "Sure, if you got a camera." And we took a photo. This is the photo. 1993, May of 1993. And you'll notice he signed this because I got the picture blown up. And a year later, when Rob Reiner happened to be appearing on the David Letterman show, I waited and I got his autograph on the picture. And I just remember it was a small exchange. I said, he said, "Who's this?" And I said, "That's me." He goes, "That's you?" And I said, "That's me and you." And he said, "When was this?" And I said, "Blue Man Group?" And he thought of it and went, right, that's it. Anyway, complete and utter devastation tonight, and awaiting further details.